Tottenham nil, Man City 1. Another trophyless season, out the FA Cup, and that's it, I guess. Season's over. Nothing to look forward to. What, top 4? I don't care about top 4. One shot. One shot is all we had on target today. One shot was all we produced today, compared to City's like 20 shots. And we're at home in an FA Cup. Disgraceful. What were the attack in the midfield doing today? Non-existent. Let's talk about the attack. Brennan Johnson, 50 million. 50 million for Brennan Johnson. You're having a laugh. Absolutely useless today. Couldn't dribble, couldn't do anything. Couldn't pass, couldn't dribble, couldn't shoot, couldn't cross. Nothing. I don't know what this guy offers. Why isn't Kulusevski playing on the right? Why didn't Madison start today? That is on Ange. Timo Werner, I felt bad for the guy. You see him making all these runs, 4, 5, 6 different runs he's making, and no one's picking him out. He's making runs, and you have Udogie coming in, and not passing him the ball. You have Kulusevski just ignoring him. Richarlison ignoring him. Everyone's just ignoring him. Why can't you just pass to Werner? Werner was making all these runs, and no one was passing to him. Man was left isolated. He was left isolated by himself and couldn't do anything. And the one time he had the ball, let me tell you, the one time we had the ball, he actually produced our one shot. He passed the ball to Johnson, and Johnson obviously can't shoot, didn't do anything with the ball. But that pass he made to Johnson, that was from him. Richarlison did pretty decent. Okay, I thought he'd be pretty decent, but again, not good enough. He was getting no service. His hold up play was decent. He was trying to link play. But again, the attackers, I don't know what they're doing today. And this shows you that we have no attacking output. Without Son, I don't know where the goals are coming from. Richarlison, he's done decent. But Timo Werner today isolated. So I'm not going to get on him too much. Brennan Johnson is absolutely rubbish. Whose idea was it to buy Brennan Johnson? I want to know. Whose idea was to... Who thought like, yo, go get Johnson from Nottingham Forest. Go bring him in. Go pay 50 million for him. Whose idea was that? Whoever's idea was that they should get fired right away. Moving on to the midfield. Kulusevski today. He's my guy, Kulusevski. But today, he's not my guy. Rubbish today. Absolutely rubbish. Couldn't link up play. Just did nothing. It's an absolute ghost on the pitch. Højbjerg, the one player I actually want out. Højbjerg, who's been rubbish under Ange, was actually my man of the match today. Trying to link up play, doing everything. He was our best midfielder today. Højbjerg, a player that we're trying to sell. Højbjerg, he was our best midfielder today. Bentancur today completely looked off it. The Bentancur I saw against United and the Bentancur I saw today, it's night and day. This Bentancur I saw today was terrible today. Just passing the ball backwards. I'm sitting there. I'm like, yo, make a forward pass. Not a single forward pass he's making. The defense was actually pretty good today, I thought. You look at Udogie, Van de Ven. Defensively, they're good. Udogie going forward is absolutely terrible today. All right? Absolutely terrible Udogie today, going forward. Defensively is good. He did well against Kyle Walker. But going forward, too many extra touches. Too many touch. And when you see Werner making all these runs, Udogie's like, nah, I'm just touch the ball in their time. Gets tackled. We lose possession. That's the game. That's what happened today. Every time we try to attack forward, we take too many extra touches. 1 touch, 2 touch, 3 touch, 2. And then boom, we lose the ball. And our attackers are there trying to make a run, and no one's passing them because we're taking all these extra touches. Oh my God, like Van de Ven was good. I thought Romero was good, so was Porro. The goal City scored was absolutely crappy, bro. Just some baggy goal they scored, man. That was a foul on Vicario as well. I don't know how the ref didn't give that. Diaz, you see Diaz that he rammed into Vicario, all right, and the ref didn't give that as a foul. Like what? But even then, it should have never got to that point. It should have never got to that point where City are scoring some scrappy goal to go to the next round, and we're out the FA Cup. It should have never got to that point. So again, man, under a cup competition, these players don't turn up in. All the time, man. They always turn up in these useless games in the Premier League, games against Burnley and all these kind of games. They always turn up in these games, but they never turn up in the big games. They never turn up in the big games. That's why we won't win anything. Oh my God. Ange today, he got it wrong. Today, Ange. The starting 11. I don't know why Madison wasn't playing. Why was he on the bench? I know he's come back from injury, but it's a big game. It's a big game, Man City. I don't care if you only got like one training session. Play him. Play him. Considering Johnson is absolutely rubbish, play Madison. We need him in games like this. Why did Madison only get 20 minutes? Why? That is on Ange today. Kulusevski should have been playing on the right, and Madison should have been starting at the number 10, and Johnson should be on the bench where he belongs. It's absolutely rubbish today. And you could see as well the gap. This game as well showed the gap that we have to City, and it's big. Our midfield and our attack, the backup options are not good enough. Without Basuma, without Sar, without Son, we are not good enough. The midfield and the attack just look depleted without them. With players like Højbjerg, even though he's good today, long term he's not good enough. Højbjerg, Johnson, Werner, we are not going to do anything. We are not going to do anything. We need to invest in the squad. Our squad depth is terrible. We should have players like, look, if you look at City today, City didn't have, what's his name? Doku was on the bench. De Bruyne was on the bench. Stones was on the bench. Ederson was on the bench. The four of them were on the bench. Yet they still had quality to come in and replace those players and do the job. Players like Oscar Bob, players like, what's his name? Alvarez, players like that just come in and fill in and do the job for them. Because City are an elite team. They invest in their squad. We don't do that. And I want to see change. Another trophyless season, and I want to see change from the board. This summer, Ange needs to be backed. The summer and the January, yeah, they're good so far. But we need reinforcements in the midfield and the attack. If we really want to challenge, if we really want to win trophies, if we really want to compete with Man City and Liverpool, we need to back the manager. We need to give him midfield options, attacking options. And not these little mans like Johnson, Skip, and all these guys. No. I'm talking about quality players. Quality players coming in and being a proper backup to players like Basuma, Sar, and Son. We need a right winger as well. Go get a right winger. Go get Elise. Go get Chiesa. Go get me any of those two. We need a right winger, because Johnson, please, someone tell me, does this guy have a refund ticket? Because he needs to go back to Forest, or wherever he came from. Go in the summer, back the manager, and give him the players he wants. This is Ange's first season. It's a rebuilding phase. But still, this is not good enough. Not turning up for an FA Cup game. One shot in 90 minutes at home in an FA Cup. Embarrassing.